Good morning, guys. We're going to keep subtracting tenths today, but we're going to work with just a little bit bigger numbers now. And it'll be the same kind of thing where we'll you'll get the whole number, and you'll find out how many tenths you need to take away to get the answer. So if I have 4 ones, 4.0 minus what equals 3 and 2 tenths. So what is it? So if I was counting down from 4.0 to get to 3.2, I would need 8 tenths. And these are pretty easy. And the same thing if we say we have an even bigger number, tens. We have a tens. We have 1 10, 0 ones, 0 tenths, 10. 10 minus what equals 9 and 5 tenths. Well, if I subtracted from 10, I'd have to take away 5 tenths. So those are pretty easy. The only thing I gotta say is some people are writing like for this one, for example, they would write 10 minus 10 and 5 tenths equals 9 and 5 tenths. So that's definitely not that, because then this number is actually bigger than this one, and that would equal less than 0. So we're just taking away the amount of tenths you need to get to the answer. So what we really need to focus on is borrowing and carrying numbers. So say we have 3.2, 3 and 2 tenths minus 1 and 4 tenths. So like always, we go all the way to the right. I have 2 tenths minus 4 tenths. Can't do that, so I need to borrow from the ones. So that becomes a 2. We take 1 1, so the 3 becomes a 2. We take that 1 1 over here, and it's like we made 10 tenths, because 1 1 equals 10 tenths. So now it's like we have 12 tenths. 12 tenths minus 4 tenths equals 8 tenths. Bring the decimal down. Then we subtract the ones place. 2 minus 1 is 2. I mean 1, sorry. There, that's a 1. So then if we have even bigger numbers, we'll move over here. 8 and 6 tenths minus 7 and 8 tenths. Like always, go all the way to the right. So what's 6 tenths minus 8 tenths? Can't really do that off the top of my head, so I need to borrow from the ones. Take 1 from this 8, becomes 7. Carry the 1 over here. It's like we made 10 tenths. So now it's like we have 16 tenths minus 8 tenths. And that's easy to do. 16 tenths minus 8 tenths is 8 tenths. Bring the decimal down and then subtract the ones. 7 minus 7 equals 0. So 8 and 6 tenths minus 7 and 8 tenths equals 8 tenths. So just be more of the same of this today, just the numbers are a little bit bigger. When you are working on the Google Doc, let me get there. So when you're working on the Google Doc, make sure, this will be the new one today. I'll do the example real quick. So make sure we're showing them when we borrow and then carry. So for the example, we have 4 and 2 tenths minus 2 and 7 tenths. Go all the way to the right to the tenths place. 2 tenths minus 7 tenths. Can't do that, so I'm going to borrow from the ones. And so we're going to show that by highlighting. Pretty easy. And then so we borrowed from that 4. That becomes a 3. And we carry that 1 to the tenths place, and it's like we made 10 tenths. So now we have 12 tenths. 12 tenths minus 7 tenths equals 5 tenths. And then we're not doing that 4 because we borrowed that 1 from it. It's a 3. Now we subtract the ones. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So my answer is 1 and 5 tenths. 4 and 2 tenths minus 2 and 7 tenths. 1 and 5 tenths. So again, when you borrow, make sure you show that by highlighting the number and then writing the new number above it. That's it. I'll be on Google Classroom if you have any questions. Good luck with that.